So I am back with another behind the scenes video of me creating another beautiful prom gown for the 2025 prom season. And by the way, my 2026 books are currently open. And so I'm excited to take on new clients and see what magic we create this year. For this prom gown, my client wanted a chocolate brown corset that was sort of pointed, and she wanted a satin bottom with applique and lots of rhinestones. And so I found this corset mesh, I believe, on Etsy, and it came in this deep dark chocolate brown, which I loved, by the way. And it was actually very soft mesh but not stretchy. And the satin I got was a stretch satin from, I don't know how to pronounce it, is it Zloof? Listen, that was some of the best satin I've ever purchased. I have noticed, like, creating all these corsets for this season, I've noticed that different methods seem to work very well. So normally I take my boning and apply it after I put the casing onto the garment. But this time I was like, let me put my boning inside the casing and sew it down. And let's just see how that goes. I don't think I prefer a certain method, but this one I will say was a lot easier to do because it didn't really require me to pin them down, and I could just kind of guide them because they were a little stiff and it was easier to guide it under the machine. So I don't know, maybe that might be one of my favorites now, especially because this design wouldn't require a ton of beading on the corset. So I needed those really tailored, sharp lines. And I believe using this method helped me to get that seamless look. And I'm curious to know, like, designers, do you prefer doing the boning casing first and then putting the boning through? Or have you tried doing applying it with both at the same time? Was that easier? I mean, for me, yeah, it was. But, I'm just kind of curious, are there any other methods out there that are equally as simple? And I love how it came out. Turned out very, very crisp. For her skirt of her gown, she wanted a material that had like applique with this kind of leafy texture, but I ended up finding some applique and applique fabric actually, and I cut some of them out and I applied them to a mesh fabric, which I would put over her satin fabric. So it kind of gave it like honestly a more stacked look. Like, I love layered, I love textures, and playing with different textiles is always fun. And so that was her at her first fitting. And then once I made all the changes according to what was needed done, and she pretty much fitted, so there wasn't too much I needed to do, like as far as tailoring it. So we were deciding on whether I was going to do like these little clusters with the green stones, because she wanted like a pop of green, or just single stones, but I ended up going with single stones. This was pretty tedious, and it was very hard for me to try and get the stones to kind of tie into the bottom. So I used a little bit of color theory, and I added some clear crystals to bring out the like golden tones of the bottom, and that worked very well. And also, since her corset was see-through, I decided to create detachable hanging ribbons for the hanger. because she didn't have any sleeves. And so I sewed some clear snaps onto ribbon and attach them to the inside of her corset, so she'd be able to take them off if she take them off during wear, and then reapply them for when she needed to hang her dress back up, which I may now start doing with every gown, because I can't stand when those ribbons pop out of someone's dress while they're wearing them. So this was like a nice little addition. Here is my client at her final fitting. Look at those new tags I got. I love them. And here she is at prom.